Hello everyone, X-Wall Bethelite here, and I have finally found something positive to say about Jehovah's Witnesses. I have been doing this for about, 6 or 7 years, and I could never find anything positive to say about Jehovah's Witnesses because there's barely anything positive. People like to say, oh, well, I was raised Jehovah's Witness, so that kept me out of trouble. Bullshit! That did not keep me out of trouble. That didn't keep none of the other kids at the hall out of trouble. I used to go to Central Congregation in Dayton, Ohio. When I was young, that congregation was over there on Cambridge. After the meeting, we would be outside, all the young people. When I say we, all the young people would be outside. All the adults are inside, not watching us. There would be fights in the parking lot. I'm talking fights in the parking lot. I would be on the little, they had a wheelchair accessible walkway that they put in that Kingdom Hall. I would be up on that wheelchair accessible walkway that's up above the ground, and I'm just looking over while I watch people fight or get pressured into fighting. There were people getting head in cars in the Kingdom Hall parking lot. Miss me with all that. Being raised Jehovah's Witness kept me out of trouble. People were fighting outside in the parking lot. I'm talking kids boxing and wrestling and stuff like that, being pushed into it by the older kids. People are getting head, they're getting topped off nicely in cars in the Kingdom Hall parking lot because all the adults are in the Kingdom Hall talking to each other, pretending to be big shots, while all the kids are out doing whatever. I was born and raised in that cult. Did it keep me out of trouble? No. Right now, I don't have any underwear on while I'm doing this video. I remember one of my first jobs, thanks to Mona Gill, she posted it on my Facebook. One of my first jobs was Taco Bell. Taco Bell was my favorite restaurant. Now, to a certain degree, I was a good kid because of my personality, not because of Jehovah's Witnesses. Jehovah's Witnesses don't keep people out of trouble. I done seen plenty of trouble, sexual stuff going on, people getting topped off nicely in the cars in the parking lot. I know a particular person who was doing that, topping off darn near all the brothers in the hall. My first job, one of my first jobs was Taco Bell. And you got to understand, that was my favorite restaurant. I was a good kid despite Jehovah's Witnesses. But that was my favorite restaurant. When you work in the morning, and hopefully this is past the statutes of limitations, I'll probably pay Taco Bell back later on today. But when you work in the morning, there's a point in time when your manager takes the money out of the safe, and they leave with that money. No, before you get any ideas, I was not involved in any grand theft, larceny, wasn't robbing Taco Bell of money, none of that stuff. No, the supervisors, right? We had people that would come in the morning, prepare the food for the rest of the day, and the supervisors, they're the ones counting the money. They are the ones that get the money out of the bag, and they got to go to the bank, right? Cash registers don't just produce money by themselves. They got to go to the bank, take all the big bills to the bank, go and get stuff to put in our registers, count out the money in our registers. While they're gone, it wasn't just me. Before y'all started, it wasn't just me. While they're gone, this Jehovah's Witness kid and all these other people were getting enough food to feed the needy. We had so much food. Back in the day, Taco Bell had these burritos that had bacon in it and this delicious sauce that they would put on top. I'm over here trying to do my work. Meanwhile, I saw one of the other employees of Taco Bell look around, and they saw that the manager left to go to the bank to get money or whatever. And then all I see is I'm talking like they're moving like lightning, preparing tacos, preparing burritos. They prepared all this food and they start bagging it. They bagged enough food to feed the whole dadgum continent of Africa. They had that much food, and I'm just watching them put that stuff in their car. Now, this is the one thing that didn't sit quite right with me with that, is they would put all that food in their car, go back in, work their whole shift, and then drive home. That food had to be spoiled by the time they got home. Y'all nasty eating all that spoiled food. Me, the Jehovah Witness kid, this is my favorite restaurant. What I did, I didn't load my car up with food, but I did make me a nice size bacon burrito. I don't remember what it was called, but I would make me a nice bacon burrito, big beef burrito, and I would put like steak in that bad boy, cheddar in that bad boy. And I always would put extra sour cream and sauce to where I bite that back. I was literally holding my burrito like this. This is how you gotta hold my burrito, like you holding a football. By the time the manager came back, the other employees had their trunks full of Taco Bell, and I had my belly full of Taco Bell. I wasn't gonna stick that food in my car and let it spoil like a freaking imbecile. No, I'm about to make me a nice breakfast. So yeah, that should be past the statute of limitations. I think I was probably like, I don't know, like 18 or something like that. So Taco Bell can pursue that if they would like, but they've raised their prices, and I think I have paid them back quadruple by now. Jehovah's Witnesses didn't keep me out of trouble. I got into all kinds of trouble eating all the Taco Bell while the managers were out. Oh man, when I first got my first car, I drove through when I was supposed to go to the Kingdom Hall, me and my friend, we got dressed to go to the Kingdom Hall, but we just drove all over the place, and I drove on the park grounds where people play soccer and stuff like that. I drove my car all through there, flying and doing donuts, and I did all kinds of stuff like any other kid. That's not the good thing about Jehovah's Witnesses. I finally got something good to say about the organization of Jehovah's Witnesses. First time in history. But that's not it, because I got in all kind of trouble, and tons of my friends got in all kinds of trouble, and they got all them pedophiles. No, it don't avoid trouble, right? But somebody mentioned in one of my past videos that one of the reasons why people don't leave is because they feel like a big fish in a small pond. Yes, Jehovah's Witnesses, they're so mentally dulled down that people who have positions, elders, servants, things like that, pioneers, they feel elevated. They feel like big fish in small ponds. The good thing about Jehovah's Witnesses is we all get that feeling. I tell you what, if Jehovah's Witnesses were to get rid of the shunning, no more disfellowshipping, which is basically a systematic way of persecuting people who want to leave their freaking religion, no more of that. If they got rid of the blood doctrine, where a whole bunch of, plumbers and people who clean toilets for a living are trying to give people medical advice and they end up dying. If they get rid of the whole blood doctrine, if they stop basically destroying lives and killing people, I would actually be okay with Jehovah's Witnesses remaining as a religion, because they make me feel smart. If you have a bad day and you feel kind of beat down and trodden upon. One good thing about Jehovah's Witnesses, and I got relatives in there and I care about them and love them, but Jehovah's Witnesses are dumb as hell. Like, they make me feel like I'm freaking Einstein when I'm around them. I could right now get up on a stage at a Kingdom Hall. Just give me a topic and I can get up on stage and I can give a talk on that topic and sound better than any of the elders in the Kingdom Hall. They're all that poorly skilled and that dulled down mentally that you get the feeling when you're around them that you're super intelligent, and you are compared to them. You are super intelligent. The one good thing about Jehovah's Witnesses is that they don't just make elders feel like they're important and that they're big fish in small ponds. They're so dumb, they make all of us feel like we're big fish in small ponds. Go around your Jehovah's Witness relative. Crack open a Bible, and if it wasn't for the shunning, this is what I'm telling you. If it wasn't for the shunning means as soon as you open up a Bible and try to have a discussion with them, they're going to take off running and never talk to you again. If it wasn't for that, you would sound like Einstein in comparison to a Jehovah's Witness. And you could be like me, not have any underwear on, and maybe not even have picked up a Bible in 6 months. And the moment you open one up, you're going to read and be able to make more sense out of it than they can. Anybody can have a debate with a Jehovah's Witness. Christians have 20 some odd scriptures that they use to show that Jesus is divine. Basically, not that he's God per se, not that he's the same person as God. Well, there's so many different things, but they got 20 different scriptures that they can use, right? Jehovah's Witnesses are so freaking ridiculous and dumbed down that they have got one scripture that they use to prove that Jesus is Michael the Archangel, right? Christians got 20 scriptures. This is the reason why they think the way that they think. Whether you agree with them or not, at least they got 20 freaking scriptures in their holy book. That is why they believe. Jehovah's Witnesses, they got one scripture talking about Jesus having the voice of an archangel. And to them, that means he's an archangel. We got one scripture to their 20, and we formulate our whole belief around that one scripture that we misinterpreted. Well, why do you believe that your organization is the one true organization? Well, there's a scripture in the Bible about preaching. And since we go from door to door, that just means we're the one true organization. Well, don't Mormons go all around? Yeah, but they don't have field service slips. Field service slips are the reason why we're the one true organization. These people are so we love them, but they're dumb. These people are so dumb, and even the smart ones, they have to lower their intellect, right? If you had a group of people outside jumping around, swinging from trees like monkeys, it would be funny watching them. We would laugh at them. Y'all look like idiots. We would enjoy the show, just like Jehovah's Witnesses. The thing is if a rocket scientist, someone super intelligent, also went outside and lowered their intelligence and just swung from trees and act like monkeys and beat their chests and smack their buttocks as they swing from tree to tree, it would be just as funny. We would enjoy the show. We would laugh at it. We would feel superior to all of them. That's what the case is with Jehovah's Witnesses. These people are hanging on to a doctrine with barely a thread, and they look like idiots. Even the ones that are smart, they're swinging around like monkeys, hanging to that one little thread of evidence for their doctrine, just like everybody else. They look just as dumb as everybody else. So it makes me feel like if I go to a Catholic church, I'm not going to be able to do with a priest what you can do with a Jehovah's Witness. You can't go to a Baptist church and do to the pastor most of the time what you can do with a Jehovah's Witness, right? You can't go to all these other religions and talk to their direct spokesman, and their spokesmen all sound like 5-year-olds compared to you. That just doesn't happen. But with Jehovah's Witnesses, we have a group that does. Even the Mormons don't. The Mormons know their Book of Mormon front to back, left to right. You want to talk Mormonism, you ain't going to just over talk some Mormons. You know what I mean? They know their stuff. Jehovah's Witnesses, oh, you're going to have a field day because these people got the theological intellect of a baboon. You're going to have fun with them. I'm talking people that don't even read the Bible know more about, they can make more sense out of it than Jehovah's Witnesses. So that's a good thing. I kid you not. That's a good thing. Because you drive past Jehovah's Witnesses out standing next to carts looking like hobos with magazines. Oh man, it's funny. It's just so great not to be as dumb as they are. I feel good not to be as dumb as they are. All of us who have woken up, we're all smarter than one group of, there's at least one group of people that we're all smarter than, right? I don't care if they're a rocket scientist. You got to have some level of stupidity to be in that specific cult. We're all smart compared to a whole freaking million group of people. Like 6 million of them, right? That's something good about Jehovah's Witnesses. Finally, something good. Woo! You can see rays from heaven come down as Marcus is finally given the vision of what's good about Jehovah's Witnesses, right? All of us can say we are smarter than like 6 million people. Whatever mistakes in life we make, we're better than like, they say 7 million, but I think they're lying. 6+ million people. When they say 7 million, I think they're still counting me. You know what I mean? Like people like me. Like, so I think it's more like maybe 6 million, maybe 5 million, heck, maybe less. You know, they're counting all the people that are on Zoom that, you know, they just cut their cameras off and then go to the movies and come back later when the meeting's over and just cut it off. You know, they're counting all those people. So that's a good thing about Jehovah's Witnesses because they're dumb as hell. You got a whole group of people that's dumb. It's the same feeling. You and I get the same feeling as elders do, right? That's one reason why there's a gazillion people making videos about Jehovah's Witnesses versus any other religion. We're all smart enough to do it. All of us. We're all smart enough to be able to make videos and debate any Jehovah's Witness. We're not all smart enough to do that with Catholics. We're not all smart enough to do that with Baptists. But with Jehovah's Witnesses, everybody, your 6-year-old kid could make videos about Jehovah's Witnesses because that religion is so dumb. It's so dumb. That's the good thing about having a group of people that are just all idiots. And even, you got to understand, let me make sure I make this clear. Even the people who have a level of intelligence, they have to leave that intelligence at the door before they go in the Kingdom Hall. Otherwise, they couldn't listen to that BS and still be in there if they're still using their intelligence. So even people that have a level of intellect, they ain't using it. If you ain't using it, you're on the same level as dumb as everybody else. Your cognitive level is down on the flow, just like everybody else's cognitive level, because you ain't using it. Just like they don't have it at all. So you're in the same position. So that's what's great. Elders get to feel like they're big fish in small ponds. Ministerial servants do, pioneers do, and the people that they call apostates, we're all big fish in small ponds also. We're all smarter than all of them, right? So we are all involved in this too. Jehovah's Witnesses, if you just get rid of the shunning, get rid of the blood doctrine, get rid of everything that they've been doing to support pedophilia going on in the organization, get rid of all that bad stuff. But leave the dumb people because they make us feel good. I like the dumb people. I'm telling you, when you go to a different state, it's fun to go around Jehovah's Witnesses and just listen to how stupid they are. I'm not joking at all about that part. It's go to another state because in another state, they won't know who you are in another state, right? You do this in your state, you're just going to get shunned and all this other stuff. But do it in another state, go right around Jehovah's Witnesses and just point and laugh, boy, because they make you feel good. They make you feel like Socrates, right? That's a good thing. You comment down below. Y'all can't debate me on that part of it. All of us smarter than our Jehovah's Witness, rather. They make us all feel smart. Listening to somebody and knowing your cognitive level is 10 notches above theirs. Knowing there's millions of people dumber than I don't care how dumb you think I am. There's millions of people dumber than me. I just love it. You know what I mean? I just walk by, smacking the top of all their heads, you know what I mean? And pulling down their depends. They're just all dumb as all get out. People, we would go to circuses. You know, there's this thing called a circus, and it's gotten famous. When I say the word circus, we all know what I'm talking about. People like going places where people dress up as clowns, right? They look stupid. They act stupid. They run and smack into each other and fall down, and we laugh, and the entire crowd gets that feeling of we're all superior than these stupid clowns. Oh, that's Jehovah's Witnesses. Take away the damaging things in the cult. Leave the freaking people there because they're clowns. I'm telling you, I got people that I'm friends with that are J-Dubs, stuff like that. We all love them, but let's just tell the truth. They're clowns. Leave the clowns because they make us laugh. Leave the clowns because they make me feel smart. If I have a bad day at work, I can just look at them and point and laugh and look at all these idiots. I'm better off than all of them. And I feel great. 937-789-4029. Comment down below. Finally, something good about the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses. X-Wall Kill Bethelite signing out.